Welcome to Bruhan Mumbai Municipal Corporation's Virtual Training Center, and I am Mrs. Snehal Kodambe, your English teacher from VTC. Let's begin with today's session.
Children, welcome to today's session. So, as always, we have our English class, and your Snehal teacher welcomes you in today's session. Dear children, today's session we will begin with reading of one sentence which you have learnt in last year in standard 7. Okay? And I know everyone liked that lesson very much. What was that lesson? In a class of their own. Do you remember? This lesson was about their class teacher Mrs. Desai and the student of standard 7. So one sentence from your favorite lesson. We will read that sentence. No, Sushmita, you are my class and I'll always want to be proud of you. So this is what Mrs. Desai said when Sushmita asked her some question. Now, after the school, as we all know, they gathered together and they were discussing about their favorite class teacher, Mrs. Desai. What did Snehal ask Asmita? We will read. Did you notice what Desai ma'am said, Asmita? Asked Snehal. Okay. Now, carefully read the next sentence which will be in red color. She said that she would always want to be proud of us. Now I will pause here for some seconds. Okay, you read both the sentence. First you read the sentence in green color and then in red color. Okay, got it? Now see the sentence from where I'll read it. I will always want to be proud of you. This sentence, and look at the sentence in red. She would always wants to be proud of us. She would always wants to be proud of us. Now here you note some changes between these two sentences. Okay, I, here, she, will, would. Then proud of you, proud of us. So here some certain changes are there, or we can notice some changes in the latter sentence because the sentence in green is we are writing or we are reading directly from Mrs. Desai's speech, and the sentence in red is the sentence which Snehal tells Asmita what Desai ma'am has told her. Are you getting my point? See, the sentence in green is a sentence which is directly said by Mrs. Desai, and sentence in red is a sentence which Snehal is telling to Asmita. So here sentence green directly and sentence red indirectly. Now what is directly and what is indirectly? I am just using some clue words. That's what we are going to learn in today's session in detail about such changes. Some changes when and how they took or they take place in a sentence. Okay, so let's learn more about them. So there are two ways of reporting what someone has said. Here we have seen sentence in green directly from Mrs. Desai's speech and sentence in red, that's what Snehal tells to Asmita. So these are two ways of reporting. Reporting means telling what someone has said. So which are these two types? First is direct speech. Okay, the actual words of the speaker, and the another one is indirect speech or reported speech, direct and indirect. Okay, got it? And indirect speech has one more word, that is reported speech. We are reporting someone's speech to someone else. Okay, the matter is reported without, look at that word in blue. The matter is reported without using the actual words of the speaker. In first sentence we have seen the sentence in green color was actual words of the speaker, that is Mrs. Desai, and the sentence in red was the reported matter which Snehal reports to Asmita. So those are not the actual words of Mrs. Desai, that is the speaker. So these are the two ways of reporting what someone has said. First one is direct speech and the next one is indirect or reported speech. So that's what we are going to learn in today's session in detail. So once again, I'll show you the definition of the direct speech. Direct speech is speech that is directly reported word for word without any changes. Here we are not doing any changes. As the speaker says, we are putting as it is. There is word to word. There is no changes. It is known as direct speech. And it appears within double quotes, double inverted comma or double quotes. Okay. Remember this thing. This is a very important tip. When the sentence is in direct speech, it appears within double quotes. You know what is double quotes, but still I will show you. See, this sign is of double quotes. We have learned this in punctuation marks. Okay. Now we will know more about indirect speech. What is indirect speech? Indirect speech is a form of third person narration presented with some grammatical modifications and not word for word. See, this is very important. Indirect speech is a form of third person. Now here Asmita and Snehal, two girls are speaking and they are talking about Mrs. Desai. So third person. Okay. Asmita, Snehal, two friends, and they are talking about Mrs. Desai. Here Snehal is first one who is telling Asmita, the second person, about Mrs. Desai, who is the third person. Okay. So indirect speech is a form of third person narration presented with some grammatical modification. We have seen some grammatical modification, some grammatical changes. With some grammatical changes we are presenting it and not word for word. Here we are not using as it is, as Mrs. Desai said. Okay, we have done some grammatical changes, some grammatical modifications while putting it into the indirect speech. And one more important tip, it does not appear within double quotes. As we have seen, direct speech appear within double quotes, but indirect speech never appears within double quotes because here two persons are talking about third person. So it is not from that first person speech. Okay, so it does not appear within double quotes. It just we use the full stop. Then we'll move further. Here I'll show you one more very easy example so that you can remember this very well. Now here you can see two persons in this picture. There is a father and his son. Okay. Now we can see father is telling something to his son directly, direct speech. Okay. Father is talking to his son. What father is telling to his son? Let's see. Oh wow, I will buy a laptop for you. So nice news, na? Father is telling to his son, I will buy a laptop for you. Now that son is very happy because he has a great good news from his father. Now he is in hurry to tell his friends. So now you can see that Boy is with his friends and now he is sharing this great good news to his friends. How does he tells? Let's read. Read it carefully and calmly, silently. Take your own time. My dad said he would buy a laptop for me. Now here I'll pause for some moments and I'll allow you to read it on your own. You read both the sentences carefully, calmly, silently, and you notice the difference between them. Okay, done? Here, from next time you can sit with your notebook also, notebook and pen, so that you can copy it in your notebook and you can underline the important things or what I'm asking you to notice or to note. Okay, so here my dad said, now this boy is sharing this news with his friends. So here dad has directly told his son that I'll buy a laptop for you. But here he is telling about his dad. So he begins with that word. My dad said. Said. He. I now has become he here. Okay. I means dad. He means dad. Will has turned into would. Buy a laptop for you. You means here dad is directly telling to his son here that you has turned into me because this child is talking about himself. So my dad said he would buy a laptop for me. See how the direct speech has converted into indirect speech. What changes we have done. Noticed? Okay, shall we move further? Now here we will revise what we have learnt here. Okay, indirect speech or reported speech. That's what we are focusing in today's session. Reported speech, indirect speech. In reported speech, you report what somebody has said. Okay, it does not have to be their exact words, so does not require inverted commas. We have seen that earlier. Because in last or in previous example, we have seen that boy is telling about his daddy, what his daddy has said. Okay, so he is reporting to his friends what his father has said. So it is somebody else's speech, and so it does not need to be their exact words, so does not require inverted commas. Okay, so that this is what we are focusing in today's session, reported speech, and in previous examples we have seen that we have to do some changes. So what are those changes? How to do that? That we will learn now. How do we change direct speech to indirect speech? There we need to do certain changes. First we will see, to report what someone said, we usually use verbs such as say, tell, ask, explain, request, etc. To report. Now see, sometimes we tell something, sometimes we are just doing any general statement, we say something, sometimes we ask some question to someone, okay, sometimes we need to explain. Now I am explaining you. Sometimes we need to explain, sometimes we have to request someone for something. So while saying these sentences directly, we do not use these words. But while reporting what someone else has said, we have to use these verbs. We will see some examples so it will be clear for you. For example, she says we should go. She says we should go. Next, tell. They told us to bring our books. They told us to bring our books. Now just read it. Okay, I'm going to explain you with more examples. He asked them the time. Ask, ask. Next, I explained the rules to her. So these are some examples. Here we are writing or reporting this to someone. So these are examples of reporting speech or reported speech. Okay. So while reporting someone what they had said, we have to use these verbs so that the matter will be clear to us, whether they have asked us to do something, whether they have told us to do something, whether they have requested someone to something. Okay. So remember those verbs. So now we will know some more rules about how to convert direct speech into reported speech. Just see, for that very important and very simple rule, that in the reported speech we preferably use the past tense. Okay, preferably, not always. See, in last example, the first sentence was that she says that we should go. Okay, so here says is not the past tense, but preferably, mostly we use the past tense. We will see some forms of be, how it converts into past tense, or how the present tense forms becomes into the past tense. Am or is becomes was. If the sentence is in present tense, it becomes simple present tense, becomes simple past tense. Then are plural form becomes were in reported speech. Has or have, that is also present tense form of be, it becomes had. These are all simple tense. Okay. Then see, I show you a form of verb, it becomes saw. Then can't becomes couldn't, can become could, negative form can't becomes couldn't, and would or wouldn't becomes will or won't. Okay, so in this way you can see some of the tenses examples I have shown you here, some of the verbs, how they becomes in the reported speech, how they we have to, what form of those verbs we have to use while using in the converting in the reported speech. Okay. Read it. Shall we move? We will learn some more rules about modals change. See, in direct speech, if it is can, and in indirect speech, what it becomes could. See the sentence. She said, I can go to the party tonight. This is the direct speech because what she is saying, we have put it in her words only. Okay, with the inverted commas. I can go to the party tonight. And in indirect speech, we can convert in this way. She said she could. I can, I could go to the party that night. See, tonight has become that night. These are the minor changes, my dear children, but these are very important. With practice, I know you can do it very well. But while learning these, you just pay attention on these small changes, where and how we have to change and which words we have to change while converting direct speech into the indirect or reported speech. Now there is may. The kids said we may go to school. Now this is pandemic situation. We are not going to school. But I know you people are discussing among yourselves. Then somebody among you, they might have said that we may go to school in month of November. Okay. We may go to school. And in reported speech, if you want to tell someone else what those kids have said or what those kids have told you, how can you write that sentence? The kids said they might go to school. So may you have to convert in might. Can in could. Would, wouldn't, will or won't. We have seen that in previous example or in previous table. Okay, so these changes are very important, my dear children. You please note down all these changes. Okay, now we have learned about some rules. Here again there is a table I am going to show you, and in the following table it shows you that there are other examples of some changes, how to convert direct speech into the reported speech. Okay, so here is a word today. We have just seen that day. So today it will be that day, yesterday, on Wednesday, etc. See in example, okay, if the word is today, while writing in reported speech, that sentence, you have to see the meaning of that sentence, you have to see what matter in that sentence, and accordingly you will use these words, or you can use these words, that day, yesterday, on Wednesday, most probably in the past. Okay, she said it was raining today. She said it was raining today. While writing in the reported speech, we can write in this way. She told us that it was raining yesterday, or it was raining that day, it was raining on Wednesday, etc. So you can note down this table. After watching this video, you rewatch it, you pause video here on this slide, and you can note down this table. This is very important, my dear children. Then the next word is tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the next day, the following day, on next Thursday, on next day of the January, on the first day of the January, etc. So this is about the future tense. Okay. Tomorrow in direct speech, while writing in reported speech, you can use these words, either one from these. Okay. Next is we are talking about yesterday, past tense, present tense, future tense, past tense. While writing about the past things in reported speech, you can use these words: the day before, the previous day, on Tuesday, on last Thursday, on previous Friday, etc. Okay, so if it is yesterday in direct speech, if this word appears, then you have to remove that word, and in place of that you can use either one word from this any word. Okay, either you can use the day before, or you can use the previous day, or you can go for Tuesday, etc. So you have to consider here the meaning of that sentence. Then next month, the month after, the following month, in month of July, in month of October, in month of January. Okay, so see, read and learn these changes very carefully. Last year, the year before, the previous year. Okay, and the next word, a week ago, will be a week before or a week earlier, etc. So these are some of the examples. I can't give you all the examples here, okay, because we have the limitation. But here I have given you some of the examples, and it will be helpful for you while writing the direct speech into the indirect or the reported speech. Show you one more very important table. Now, till yet we have seen some changes in verbs or forms of be in from direct to indirect or reported speech. Now I am going to show you a very important table about the pronouns. Okay, so here is a table of pronouns. How the pronouns from direct speech it will be into indirect speech. Okay, which changes we have to notice or take into consideration. If in direct speech it is I, in the reported speech it will be he or she. In some above example we have seen that I'll buy a laptop for you. Dad tells to his son, and how does that son share this news with his friend? My dad told, or my dad said that he is going to buy a laptop for me. So I will be he, or if it is a male then it is a man, then it will be he. If it is a female woman, it will be she. Okay. Then plural we will convert into they. We are going to school. They said that they are going to school. So we will convert into they. You. So it will be either he, she or they. You, as you know, it is a singular as well as plural too. So if it is singular, it will be he or she. If it is in plural form, then it will be they. This is my pen. This is my pen. She said that it is her pen, her, or his table, his cap. So my will be his or her in reported speech. Our will be there. It is our classroom. They said that that was their classroom. This is your bench. He told me that it is his bench, okay, or her bench, or it is their bench. Then if in direct speech it is me, then it will be him or her. Give it to me. He told me to give it to him or give it to her. Us will be them. You will be either him, her or them. Mine will be his or hers. Ours will be theirs. Yours will be his, hers, theirs, and so on. See, my dear children, here I can just show you the chart. But after watching this video, as I told you, you pause it, you note down this chart, and you try to convert the sentences which are there with these pronouns, which are sentences in direct speech, you will be converting into the indirect speech. Okay. Now I'll show you some more examples, very simple examples. I said my mother is my best friend. Now look at the words in square or in box. I said my mother is my best friend. This is a sentence from the direct speech. How it will be in reported speech? I said that my mother is my best friend. Note the changes. While writing in reported speech, we have removed the inverted commas. I will be I, my will be my. But here we have added that. Notice this. Okay. One more sentence. You said my friends are very helpful to me. You said my friends are very helpful to me. You said that my will be your now. Your friends are very helpful to you. Just now we have seen these pronouns me, my, right? You. So now you can notice here how it takes place in a sentence. You can see here you said my friends are very helpful to me. You said that your friends are very helpful to you. Now here me has become you. We will see one more sentence. He said my friends are very helpful to me. Now here see the subject has become he. Now it is changed. Here first place it was I, in second sentence it was you, in third sentence it is he. First person singular, second person singular, third person singular. Now how it will be in reported speech? He said that, now my, he means a boy. So here we have used this pronoun his. He said that his friends are very helpful to him. If it is she, then what would you have done here? After watching this video, you can change the words from the boxes and you can convert direct speech into reported speech. Now, there is an exercise in your course book. Okay. Here, I'll show you one sentence how to convert direct speech into reported speech from that exercise which is there in your course book, and then the remaining sentence you can practice. See the sentence. Mrs. Sen said, Ritesh, you are too early for the second period. You must have noticed, you must have recollected from which lesson this sentence is. In last session, we have seen this story of Mrs. Sen and Ritesh. Okay? Excuses. Yes, you are right. So this sentence is from that lesson, and after reading this sentence, now you know this is from the direct speech. Now we will convert into reported speech. Mrs. Sen told Ritesh that he was too early for the second period. Now look at the changes. They are not many, but yes, we have to do certain changes while writing direct speech into reported speech. Okay. So according to these rules, you will do this exercise. See dear children, in today's session, actually you have learned direct and reported speech, but today's session again we have revised what we have learned earlier, and I have introduced you with some of the new rules. I know we have some certain time limits, we can't go in much detail, but after watching this video you rewatch it, and as I told you, you pause the video where there are tables, where there are sentences in tabular forms, you note it down and you practice more on your own, then only this concept will be very much clear to you. Okay?
That's all for today. So you will revise whatever we have learned in today's session. Please subscribe the channel and press the notification button to get the link of next video. Bye bye.